Good day, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Lynn and Kate. Today, we will be baking once again. This time, it will be a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. Okay, so here are the ingredients that you will need. In a bowl, you will sift together 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of allspice. Okay, you will also need 2 cups of sugar, 4 large eggs, 1 cup of vegetable oil, finely grated carrots, 4 cups. You will also need raisins, and a half cup of raisins, and 1 cup of walnuts. Okay, and then for the frosting later, I will tell you what the ingredients are. First and foremost, you're going to need to, before you mix everything together, you're going to need to preheat your oven at 350 degrees so that it's ready for the cake batter once we are done mixing everything together. So here we've already sifted all of our dry ingredients together, ready for the wet ingredients to be mixed in. We've also lined our pans with wax paper so that they don't stick to the pan. If your pan is already non-stick, then you might not need the wax paper, but it's always advisable to have wax paper on it so that it makes it easier to remove the cakes afterward. Alright? So now what we are going to do is we will mix the eggs together until frothy. We're going to beat the eggs until it is nice and frothy. So as you can see, bubbles are starting to be incorporated into the eggs. So a little bit more, and then we will add the oil and the dry ingredients. Okay, now you can see that it's nice and frothy. We're gonna now add the oil. Okay, we're gonna lower the mixer alternately, and then we're gonna alternate the oil and the oil, just the stream. The little by little. Okay. Great. This one. So we're mixing it all together. Becoming a great cake batter. I'm gonna add some more. You're going to mix in the carrots and the walnuts. Mix it first. So we're going to put in the walnuts and the raisins. We're going to mix it all together. It's really good. Okay, then you just transfer it. So we're going to transfer the batter onto the baking pan. Half on one pan and half on the other. Now that we're going to put them in the oven to bake at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Good. Okay, now that they are ready, we will remove them from the oven. Nice. So we're gonna set them aside to cool. Yeah, so that when we make the icing, they will they'll be ready. They smell so good, you guys. See, you can poke them with a hole so that you know they're ready. And you're going to flip. Nice. Since we put wax paper, just like right off. We've removed the wax paper. That's what it looks. It's really good, cooked really well. And we will transfer this one also so that it will cool. Okay, so here they are, nice and flipped. So you can see the carrots, pieces of the carrots right there, and the raisins. It's really good. And then we will let them cool and make the icing. To make the frosting for the carrot cake, so first we will cream together the butter, which is a whole stick and a half of butter and one whole cream cheese, one whole block of cream cheese. Good. We will add the sugar. It's about 2 cups of sugar. We will add little by little. One more. Now that's what it looks like when all the sugar has been added. And then we will add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Make sure to mix it well. Looks good. Alright, our frosting is ready. Now we're going to dress the cake with it. So at first, we're gonna add a fruit spread on top of the first layer. You can use any fruit spread you want. For this recipe, we are using cherry fruit spread so that it gives it that nice texture in the middle, keeps it moist. So make sure to spread it around. Make sure that it's evenly coated so that you get a bite of cherry each time for every slice of the cake. So we placed our second layer on top, and then now we are going to frost our cake with our frosting, cream cheese frosting. It's nice and dense. It's really good. This cream cheese frosting recipe can also be used for red velvet cake. It'll be really good. We're just gonna work it around to make sure that the cake is evenly coated with icing. Bring it down to the sides, rotating as you go. Add a bit more. Always add from the top, moving downward. Sure that your cake, the frosting is even all around the cake. Here it is. Cake is nicely frosted and it looks good. Okay, so if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and then we will garnish with a little bit more of the cherry. Thank you so much for cooking with us today. God bless.